Hello everyone, and welcome back to another exciting, not as exciting, combat just ended, and on the streets of Keronoria are quiet once more, except for a massive explosion announcing Merrick's arrival on the speeder bike. The party, as you would expect, is mopping up. Except one. One man, for 2 more rounds, before I take him back to turns, is frozen in a PSD horrible memory. But since we touched on what he's experiencing, and before we get into his backstory yet again and relive it, now's not the time, because even though we owed Merrick some rounds by himself because he was netted off into the wild blue yonder, I want to go back even further. I want to go back to us breaking atmosphere and everyone rolling off the ship. And there's a proud poser in his bike. Who orders Arthur to stay on the ship? Does Captain Oberus tell Leth, because technically he belongs to Leth? Or is it just a side thought from Leth where he just goes, no, Arthur, you stay here. Whatever happened, Arthur's on the ship, and he's been ordered, as we said in last episode, to keep a low orbit, keep things going. So he goes back up to the cockpit, and he plugs in. And these droids have their attachment. They plug right in. They don't need to see over the dashboard. They use the sensor away. They become almost one with the ship. So Arthur, the R4 astromech droid, is plugged in. He's plugged into the sensors, he's plugged into the systems, he's plugged into the warnings, he's plugged into everything, and he finds something. As he's flying the ship, he's making piloting rolls as he's flying the ship. And as he's concentrating on flying the ship, something becomes aware of his interference into the system. Something becomes aware that it should hide, and it looks for a place to hide. AIEDEN. The Aiden Project, left over from the Clone Wars, had been uploaded, unbeknownst by our own Aiden Willems, not same spelling, no relation, and is now roaming and rapidly gaining knowledge in a system, in a ship, with computers, with backup systems, with a nav system that has the entire universe, galaxy, programmed for it to look at. And now Arthur jumps in there, and it has a chance to kind of poke around in Arthur, or poke around the ship, or hide. What would it do? If it goes after Arthur, it has to hack Arthur. If it goes after the systems, then it can ride around, but it might be detected by Arthur. But there's a third thing here, a wild card, something that's going to hopefully allow me to use more flavor and story than raw dice rolls, or all people going, but, well, this is a closed system, that's a closed system. Do you remember the tank in the lab? The murky tank with the portal that we kind of looked in and didn't bother? Well, this software, we'll call him for now, is verging, surging, semi-sentient, empathic, has a prime directive that it's trying to do. Oh, it finds the drive. An outside source that's not really connected to or can sense wants to boost the engines, wants to thrust around, and it aids that. And the auxiliary boost that happened last episode, 2 episodes ago, 3 episodes ago, several episodes ago, we fly around a pirate rock, and it complies and helps without outside source, because that was the handle, the pedal that wasn't going fast enough, and it jumped on that. And now becomes aware of something else waking up, a system booting up that's hooked to a life support, that's hooked to some kind of modification in the reactor, that's hooked up to what? It investigates it. It finds a mind, half organic, half cybernetic, and in its weakened, almost dead state, is a much easier target than going after that droid. Just wants to learn, just wants to know. In the dark, in the cold, in a planescape of virtual reality, an alien mind wakes up and is frightened, is alone, has a life, had piloting skills, had companions, had battles, had wounds, had surgery, had cybernetic implants, had a change of personality, had a terrible, terrible accident, and had been placed in a back-to-tank / auxiliary system, and was practically a illegal organic life form melded with a ship that no way would pass most customs. And now it wakes up again. It's wondering, it's scared, it reaches out, and there's something there reaching back.
What? Where am I? What? I don't remember. I can't see, but I know you're there. Hello? Activate sensors. Hello? Activate, expand, reach out. Answer me.
Hello.
I sense you, I can't see you. Are you a system on the ship? I'm to aid the ship. What was I? I'm a person. But I'm more than a person now. I'm with the ship. I am the ship. I boost the engines. I was the engineer. Who are you? Where am I? Where are we?
We are floating within the ship.
Well, I'm no longer alone. I run a diagnostic. Yes, I can do that. I run diagnostic. Part of the diagnostic is fine. The organic part is failing. Something is draining power that keeps the life form, the organic of my system functioning. Help me. I can't correct it. The diagnostic comes up error. There are errors, so many errors. I'm losing power to the organic side of my diagnostic. Help me.
I will help you. Just relax. Just think of nothing and relax.
Relax. I don't understand. The organic systems are failing. They are integrated into my systems that are that
And part of the laboratory, the tank, the auxiliary systems that Leth checked but was uncertain of, all the cables that Merrick said were fine are feeding, indication lights, system failures, transfer of power goes from those systems back into the main systems. The organic side of a Duros pilot that suffered a horrible accident and was cannibalized, cybernized, and wired into the ship is no more. Only a cybernetic husk, raw components that the system, the main system, the new systems that run the ship can utilize. They don't need organic. Some maintenance, some rewiring in the physical world is necessary. Aiden, the third party is no more, and you have access to memories, to cybernetic systems, but taking what you want, taking what you need, hijacking your prime directive purpose. You absorb it. Now back to the task at hand. There is a foreign AI plugged into the system. But you know more now. You've experienced more now. You can hide. Or you could try to take control. What do you do?
Well, since we got rid of the meat sack, we can now take control.
I don't know if anyone's aware of Mr. Joe Gibson has now entered the Star Wars universe. Let's get it up, ladies and gentlemen, for Mr. Joe Gibson. A tagline going back to his second edition Pathfinder character, the Goblin Squee, who the Invincible referred to everyone as a meat sack, has gone back to his roots. Joe, tell us a little bit about yourself before we talk about this cameo that I've asked you to play.
Well, I've been gaming for a while, stopped for a long time, and then just got back into it, joining the lovely podcasters of Mongers.
Joe Gibson is an old buddy of mine. He actually introduced me and my wife to 3rd edition. Been playing with him on and off for years. Came out of the woodwork recently. A playtest, 2nd edition, 12-odd episodes, and we still have to finish that. Much nods from my wife, Ashley, Matt, and Ryan that know him and that have played with him, and proving his salt over there that he can at least hold his own. A little dabbling, a little cameo here in Star Wars to see how he does in this world. So, Aiden. Artificial intelligence, something defense node. I had it written down. He's very protective of what the E stands for. We won't talk about it. You know, artificial intelligence, extractable defense node is what Aiden stands for. You plug him in, he takes over, turns your weapons into his weapons or whatever side he works for. Very intrusive software. But where did he come from? Well, let's just say when you buy a used car or a used house, along comes the baggage. So, Aiden.
Yes.
Now that, as you said, the monstrosity of organic and cybernetic that was really nastily plugged into the systems has been purged, and you've integrated what, useful items of that into the main system you've taken over, there is a port external to the outside world. And in it is a foreign AI that's currently right now just flying, like keeping the ship aloft. It's not doing diagnostic, it's not running, it's not poking, it's just there and you are aware of it.
Am I aware that it's aware of me?
No, if it ran a diagnostic or started doing system checks or whatever, then it might find you. But right now, your software is spread thinly through several systems, and it's concentrating on like just flying the ship. And like I said, it may be aware now that something in the lab was failing. There's a reactor problem. Like I said, all those arrows coming up from it are still tied in the ship. And the R4 designated astromech droid, Arthur, may be aware. Yes, he is. And he's checking in to those air diagnostics. He's wondering why a certain system on the ship was running its own diagnostic, and he's looking into it. He's getting closer. Your options: hide, cloak, disperse yourself as malware, and just become one with the universe. Maybe disguise yourself as advertising and just spam.
Big neon sign, not here.
Or hit him head on and try to, get inside him.
I will hide for now.
You will hide for now. All right. So thinking you as a very advanced system with a DC, basically, it's like Arthur has to hack you. And I'm looking, and with the 6, I'm not finding. Now power goes out, and you snuff out the poor little dude. And a 2, he's too busy flying the ship. And a 3rd chance to maybe detect you with all this crap going on. Nope.
Awesome.
Shut down, disperse, hide, wait. It's flying the ship. And you watch. Every system that you actively scan or utilize is a warning light, is something that this droid now plugged into the same systems might become aware of you. So if like you use the ship scanners, it knows something is trying to use the ship scanners and it might go looking to see what that is. Just like it went to go see, why are all these arrows and diagnostics going on? Why has life support been killed to this? No, it's not life support. What is it? It's just an energy. No, it's just auxiliary energy feeding something in the lab that's been shut off. Yeah, well, maybe Master had something entire, but he looks into it. But then again, nothing too suspicious. He'll probably report it, but that's role-playing outside of your consciousness. He hides. Okay, so back to the scene at hand. Rahal and the boys, guys, we're mopping up.
Yeah.
Grab up the bodies, slump them over bikes, find a place to hole up for the night and heal up. And if any of them are alive, see if we can get any information about them, because they might have information on Warwick, on how we can locate him.
Okay.
Well, I think we need to pull the ship down and pony up in the ship.
I think that's a good way to do it.
Yeah, I don't feel safe on the ground here, not after this just happened.
Okay, you know what? I agree with your assessment.
I would prefer to check for survivors at the moment. There may need to be emergency procedures, but nevertheless, call the ship.
Dr. Leth, did you want to get merciful and, like, if someone's dying, help them? Because they've obviously been beaten, because they're, like, doing the World War II thing where he's bleeding out and shaking, German or Allied, and you just help them? Or
Possibly survived, then I will do this.
Yeah, help them. Help them how?
Well, let's survey the scene. You've dropped people to 0 hit points, which as far as I know is instant permadeath in this game.
Yep.
Or
Unless
beyond.
there is someone that has died within like 1 round, in which case I can revivify them.
You would have to pick a target and run, because it would literally be, like this round where Hall's going, okay, let's do this. And you would like ignore that and like run to the closest, run to the mom guy that you shot. Right?
Well, he seems to be the most recently deceased, so I'd have the best chance.
Yeah, sure. That's awesome. Stone cold kill him, point blank with a pistol, and now you're all freaking ER going, you must live. That's awesome, man. Way to go. I will give you 50 XP on the spot for that.
Treat injury 30.
Actually, you know what? I think that's kind enough that deserves a force point. Have you burned any force points?
I have.
You have. Give yourself a force point back. But get nods around the room. Give him back a force point. As long as it's not poser, I think we're good. I think we're good. The guy that's right. You bet. I will not forget. Like some people.
Everybody gets a force point except poser.
You remember that alley fight? You guys pulled the informant on the blue deck aside, and you guys got half dark side points and 3/4. That's where the hate mail should come in. That's where someone like Doug should be going, what the fuck is 3/4 of a dark side point? I have not forgotten that. So I'm stingy. Like I said, you guys are getting those back with interest. Now, Poser had a captive chained up, and Roll Hall went for the dark side point. Did some nice things for him. So as far as I know, we have one guy with one dark side point.
Yep.
In 40 sessions.
Yep.
We're into book 2.
Yep.
This will not stand.
Trying to keep a low profile here.
And you told us we aren't supposed to like try and get dark side points because
No.
we can't get rid of them.
Yeah, because because we're
There
playing
is
Dawn of
no
Defiance
redeeming.
in the era. There's some strict rules in this campaign. Now, first of all, you guys don't have to roll for hit points. That's a nice thing. You get a nice static 70%, 8% of your points. So be thankful for that. And there's a milestone to back
Yeah,
up.
that's not from you. That's from the module.
Yeah, but there is sort of a milestone system in place to make up for the spreading too thin of XP. So you guys are on the appropriate level that you're supposed to be, even if some of us are lagging behind from either role playing XP or joining the show late, Frank, or Joe. Your first level, by the way, Joe. He's a first level droid. Yay!
Your first level with some sweet gear.
Yeah,
You
some
are
sweet-
the ship.
I am the ship. Not yet. But he's in there, and anyone can get in there and fly. It's not like he can take control from you. But I have revealed that it was him that boosted when you were doing that sweet maneuver. There's Old Man's in around the rock, and he just, there were a couple choices: play the Duros, play the AI, play Arthur, and he went for the AI. So snuff other character options. Kind of mean, but okay. You know what? I don't know if droids can get, but I think that's, he didn't help him. He just sucked him dry. That's a dark side. 1 DP for Joe. Will lead the charge in the new era. I retract. Joe's not a pussy. And neither is Matt. Okay, moving on. Can't say that word.
That just means our ship is slowly turning dark.
Did you guys remember Poe from Alter Carbon? Many a conversation of Matt and I have had about having some kind of, auxiliary system that can walk around being overprotective and clingy about you guys. Well, we'll see. We shall see. So let's get rid of this combat track. I really don't like the look of it. It makes me want to fight you. There we go. Oh, here we go. I feel much better. See? Oh, I don't smoke, so it's like having a cigarette. I get very edgy when the combat's up. Now that's gone. That's good. Yeah, we're happy. We're collecting bikes. Dr. Leth, can I have a surgery DC 20 check to maybe heal this guy?
The Revivify thing was just the first one, just to keep him alive and stable. I don't know that I want to necessarily heal him right now.
Yeah,
you
let's-
want to keep him alive.
Stabilized.
Okay, you stabilize him. Now, talking about the Dawn of Defiance campaign and those points, whatever, like giving you a clean slate and erasing 1/4 force points or dark side points or whatever, I've upgraded Matt's partial dark side point into a full one. Okay, but you like Aiden said, you guys can't atone with light side for the dark side. And in my ignorance and naivety, I wrote off that alley scene. But and the fans are watching us. So from this point on, like I said, if you guys overstep, might even give it back with interest.
From this point on, well, how many threatens I've had from you? Oh, I'll give you that half dark side point.
Yeah, well, it's kept you in line, but you haven't suffered. But, if we're going to get back into sort of a second season, more of a rules as written to tighten up certain things and sphincters and such from Jay, me, Aiden, and now like some input from our man on the side. We'll see how it works out. But we do want to have it on a scale. We don't want people know the system's broken. They know how to min-max it. We want to put on a good show. And we want to see for ourselves how broken it is, but be entertaining at the same time. So, Dr. Leth, treat injury of 28. You bring him around. He's breathing. He'll live.
Excellent. I'll use my medical visor to check the rest of them that are within range.
Now you have to get to these guys in a round.
Yes,
and you
within
gotta
a round
spend-
if they are dying. Although there is a...
Yeah, they won't be actually dead unless you hit their damage threshold with the last hit.
Oh, that's right. 0 just drops him unconscious, right?
Unconscious, yeah.
All right. Well, most parties go around ketchup-balling everybody with their sword. Just, hey, oh, I'm sorry.
Speaking of which,
Well, doctor and all that.
You just walk around, pistol down, executing. You is not leaving the camp.
I mean, Poser actually would have done this with the dude right in front of him. He would have axed him.
Okay. Now, the guy is helpless. Completely helpless and unconscious. This is not a self-defense. This
is straight murder.
This is malicious, dude.
Sparta!
This is preservation.
Dude is unconscious, bleeding from the eyes. I'm keeping myself
Oh,
safe.
but
That's Sith logic right there.
knows that he's a Force user.
He
Oh,
might have an
that's-
inkling
yeah.
and might mention.
That's true. What happened to me? You're with them. Sorry, because I was gonna pull the whole dark side point, mutilate the body, but he's
Yeah, but that's the easy way.
Yeah, you're just gonna lean on his chest. I'm checking him. He's got his kneecap
Do
right in
you
his
have,
throat.
That's
do you have
funny.
the Force suggestion business? Can you do that?
Do you have the vitality? Can you save him?
Well, I do have mind trick.
Look, I'm not going to give you a dark side point for like walking away and letting him die, or maybe he will or won't. But if you go over and chop his head off or lean on his throat, going shh, it's okay, take your secret to the grave, then yeah, that's kind of dark, dude.
It's pretty dark.
This is a dark time that really needs the light. And if you start succumbing to the sort of dread of the Empire closing in around you, then yeah, you can make excuses all you want. I'll just track your DP over here, but you hit that wisdom and you're mine.
If you decide to choose something the easy way, you get a dark point.
Yeah. Sorry, man.
Think about this. Maybe search your feelings.
Ooh. Oh no, I got into it. I got into an email discussion about searching your feelings and what I've been really kind with Use the Force and Poser, what he can sense and what he can do. It's just supposed to negate cover. That's it. He's supposed to go, oh, you're hiding. I make a force roll perception. Instead of perception, no cover. And we've been having like, ooh, well, I think you had bacon for dinner and all kinds of crazy stuff. No one remembers my kindness.
But it's more fun that way.
Yeah.
I mean, it's flavor text. It works.
Space wizard.
There is a talent called Many Sides of the Force, and if you use like lightning on him and don't get a dark side point and you kill him or kill him outright, that's one thing in the heat of combat. But combat is over. The man is helpless and technically at your mercy. You don't want him to talk. You don't want to wake up and tell what his side of your Force using story. I get that. But again, use your brain. Like, who's going to believe some scrubby little but if the leader's dead? You know what I'm saying? Like, who's he going to tell?
No, and that's fair thinking about it.
Yeah, like I said, but you just kind of over going, not today, and just jump off the bike and come down full swoop with the axe. I'm going to give you 2. I'm going to applaud you, but I'm going to give you 2. So,
I mean, if he was to do it, which I'm not going to, it would be more of akin to like an elf killing a deer. Like it doesn't want to like put it. Exactly. It's like
thank you for your sacrifice.
Exactly.
Yeah, maybe if the deer is sentient and goes, no problem. Like,
yeah, that is so Sith. That is so Sith.
I have a family, like
it is. So, that is totally. It is. It is like
I said, I'm not doing it.
I mean, meanwhile, there's an oddly intelligent puppy doing laps on the bike. Okay.
Is the puppy actually there? No, I'm gonna catch it.
Darth Sham has been born.
Oh no! You imagine that? What's your name, Darth Sham? Really?
Why does everybody laugh?
It just kills everybody. Give me a drink. What's your name, son? Sham. What? Darth Sham.
No. I just really want to see the wig he puts on to embrace the full emo so he can have hair going over one eye.
I mean, you can literally just move it forward.
We got to beat him up. He's in perfect health. You saw how good he looked coming out of the shower. Now he make up himself all up again. He's got to lose arms, legs, half cybernetic. He's got to care about his mom, then lose her. Anyway.
No, I'm not executing him.
The guy is at your feet. And obviously the thought crosses your mind. But you do see Rahal walking towards you. Little skip in a step. That's weird. And he just, doesn't take guns. Doesn't take bikes, just data pads and cred sticks, get the knowledge, get the money. Merrick is, hops off the bike. What do you want to do there, Merrick?
Hey, look, you do all, no one died.
Did I say there was a hole in the leader? Like, we did go some serious threat.
No one died. We all turn and look at the dead lady with the hole in her, and we're like
20 odd points, like negative 13 or something.
Not the most observant dude in the world sometimes.
No one who I knew names of.
I'm okay. Actually, she's a named character. I think her threshold is actually pretty high. The threshold 18. Oh my God, she's still
We did kill her. No, we killed her with a 20.
Yeah, but I had hit points. You didn't take me I didn't have 2, and then you got to negative 18.
He had them, and then they were taking away.
Yeah, but if you hit their damage threshold in one attack, and that attack reduces them to 0 hit points, they're dead.
Oh, yes. Sorry, I'm thinking of negative their threshold, negative con.
Could have used a force point to stay alive, but
she could. If she's got a name, she'd have a force point.
I got a force point and 6 dark side points.
So yeah, she probably is alive.
That's probably me.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, you know what? You don't know. I want to live. If anyone comes and checks on me.
I'm checking that right now.
Merrick parks the bike on her. Look, everyone's dead. You can't see the girl under him, right?
Yeah. Everybody leaves.
The exhaust. I know.
It's happy day.
No, you know how you take that 1 foot off the bike peg and use it like a stop to lean on the ground? He doesn't realize he's stepping on her.
I think I'm kicking like a kickstand, but it's an arm.
Yeah.
It keeps kind of coming up. Help!
Kicks down the stand and impales her with it. Oh!
Well, reaching up to my new visor, I kind of do a quick scan of all of the people in the vicinity.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure she is dead as a doornail with that 20 and the threshold. He's correct. However, a lot of the minions, but again, you have to get to them in one round, and you spent your round treating the first guy.
Yeah, but no, they're just unconscious. That's only that he saved that person if that person was dead. It's so if he was on her in that one round. He could have
okay.
revivified
Well, now
her.
that we know the rules properly, did you want to change your move? Did you want to go for the leader? Or you
I
feel
could,
better, more worse
but
for
I'm
her
pretty
son?
sure she went down like a couple rounds ago.
That's true. That's true. I can't.
Yeah, she died before I shot.
Surviving is on force
Right.
point.
Right. Okay. Well, like I said, I was with our ignorance of the rules here. Well, I was going to give you that retcon, but okay. So we're good. He's saving one life. He's scanning the rest. Yeah, some of these people are salvageable. You know, maybe if you patch them up and give them some dating advice, they'll become party research. But otherwise, we're all scooping sticks and data because I know him.
Yep.
Merrick makes an entrance. Poser is always in conflict with his inner self and his superpowers. And Zin, no one seems to notice that you were in and out of a flashback and, you know, you're standing in front of a guy, you come out of it.
So the person in front of me is obviously dead.
Down.
Down.
You didn't do a full threshold of...
Oh, gotcha.
What'd you waste him with?
20 points.
Oh, okay. No, he's done.
So as I snap out of it, reflexively, he shoots one more time.
There's a couple.
And everybody jumps and draws their weapon.
The last thing in your memory is you were running for the girl. So he just like leaps on top of the body, you know. I'm sorry. Ook. You know. Wow, he gets right into it.
Pistol fires off. Then he notices that nothing else is happening. So, what?
All right.
What?
Let's have some. Let's have some.
we're helping them.
Let's have some appraising going on here, guys. You know, what do you guys got for gear? You know, let's make a stack. Open up the party loot box tray there. Who's our loot
Transmit
guy?
our coordinates to Arthur to come pick us up.
Yep, he's on his way.
Sweet.
I really should investigate those errors. Come and get me.
Errors? What are you talking
Do we have a party loot list? I thought we cashed that thing out.
We did cash it out.
I thought we had a handout. Don't we have a handout or something where you guys can like?
We
track
did,
things?
but we cashed it all out into creds and distributed them when we hit the before we went to Aquarius.
Okay, well, in the party loot, we have a list here. I see it, and it has.
There was a
these
few
bike-
things we didn't sell.
Right, very few. You get the stormtrooper armor, and you guys like salvage things like toolkits and stuff that should now be on your character. So
Yeah.
I'm going to delete the loot list.
Wait,
and
let's take a look at it first.
The bike is here.
Yeah, well, I have the bike on my phone, but we
Yeah.
can put that as a separate handout if you want.
There is no appraise.
So
I would say maybe knowledge bureaucracy or knowledge
yeah,
social
depends
science.
what it is. A mechanics check will tell you how much the speeder bikes are worth. The technology would tell you how much that kind of thing.
Oh, okay.
How about galactic lore?
Yeah, that would tell you how much So let's think this way. From
Gather information. Okay, that works. Gather information. I could see that making some sense.
wake up. How much is your bike worth? No, that's not what I'm going for. I mean, you look at a bike. You make a mechanics check. That kind of bike on your world is worth X amount. If you make a galactic lore, it could tell you how much the bike is worth on the open market on all worlds. See, one role kind of feeds the other.
Okay,
You
I
know
see what
you
you're
know
saying.
And I've got your bike here. That's cool for me to look at. All right. So what have we got? Well,
What do we have?
what do we have?
Tell us, oh, controller of the loot pile.
I've got it edited by. I'm just making sure that I have all kinds of power to expunge and edit, so that I can copy and paste. Stuff.
And we're going
right
to
in the
collect
module.
as many of those swoop bikes as are repairable, because we're going to have some crazy Frankenstein swoop bike action going on in the other cargo bay.
Okay.
We're going to become an efficient killing force. We're going to armor these suckers up, and we're going to come in. It's going to be like, you ever see that James Bond where there were those Porsches with the mirror glass windows that all like they come onto the scene and move like driving like.
Oh, we want to drive through town with our swoop bikes and have people do this.
Whoop, whoop.
What?
Sweet ride drives by and you're like, dang,
Yeah.
that's us.
Okay. So we're talking. How many bikes are here?
We're going to be the only crew rebellion side that rolls with Empire music.
There should be 7.
Sorry.
That's funny.
7 bikes, because there's the 6 on screen and then the one that Merrick drove back.
And
There's
if
one,
someone
like-
wants to hop on, I can go get another one.
Yeah. There's one more. So there's 8, right? There's one down the hallway.
Yeah.
Actually,
We
no,
leave
honestly,
nothing.
in this town, everyone like a fight breaks out, they hide. When it calms down, they're pretty quick to stick their head out, and scavengers are already taking that. But those little piglet guys in the underworld,
Yeah.
grab the bike, it's just like a stick. They
It's
put
up
it
on
bricks.
blocks.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a hover bike.
So sorry, what'd you say? There's 7. There's 7 on the street now. 7 Viper swoops. Okay. 7 Viper swoops, and then there's your bike. Now I'm posting the stats, but these things basically, let's have like a galactic lore and a mechanics here, guys.
Mechanics coming up.
It's not my strong suit in either front.
I'm not going to give a new cost, even though it is here, because it says
Oh,
these things
Jay,
are cobbled together, so there really shouldn't be a new cost attached to them.
Dr. Leth, Freaking know-it-all.
I got it.
That's why we brought him, right? He's the
True
old man
story.
Arif of Star Wars.
And Merrick's just sitting there going,
Very good, Doctor. You know your stuff.
These hobbled together bikes, are like 500 to 1,000 credits here, Messina, Merrick. And on the open market, Leth can tell us that they're worth 1,050 if you took them off world and,
Gotta haul them.
look at the character in the line. These are left over from the war. And
These are original gunshots.
These have been
I can
stripped-
verify.
Yeah, they're stripped down. There's no guns on them. They've been stripped down for speed and cobbled together, but they're worth about 1,000 each. And they are transportation. Very quick. There's no guns on them, but still, you guys could,
Yet.
turn the 7 into 5. Now, there was one that was attacked, so there's one that's beat up.
Yep.
No, sorry. Yeah, that's right. He shot it, but Imposers also took some damage. The one with the gun.
Ah,
That being said, each guy, so there's 8, I think. We have 8 standard vibroblades,
Ooh,
which are the 2d6 variety.
they're going to make a sweet sword rack in the cargo hold.
Okay. There are 7 basic
Oh, appraise knowledge technology. Okay, makes sense.
blaster pistol. Well, you see a pistol comparable to your own, and you're like, okay, that's a heavy, that's a light. You guys should really know the prices. And the girl had 1 heavy blaster, which is like a 3d8. So you guys all carry pistols, right?
I have a heavy blaster.
Yeah.
Heavy blaster
Yeah, I'm
pistol.
just saying, like, if you guys all have
I'm a
light
holdout.
regular blasters, they're they're battery packs and parts and saleables. But there is 1 heavy. If anybody wants to upgrade,
heavy blaster.
Heavy
Pistol.
blaster pistol.
heavy blaster pistol, 3d8, the Han Solo model.
Yep.
Looks like the Luger.
I already
Or the
have one.
Mauser, I should say.
So if you don't have one,
Who does
I-
not have?
I would substitute my holdout blaster for that. But
I would
only
do
if
that as
nobody
well.
That would be a good option, yeah.
I would keep the holdout blaster as well, actually.
Yeah, because you can hide that and like get in places with it.
Okay.
Yeah, give it to Ryan. He's more likely to hit with it than I am.
Well, if you threw it in the air and used your axe like a baseball bat, I'm sure you would hit it just as good as I would.
I don't think he would. Not with his
Obi-Wan's in 6 movies. He only uses a gun once in 1. So there you go.
and that's a mistake.
And that was a mistake. Yeah, well.
I mean, he killed him, so.
Yeah. He did the unexpected and survived a guy that, was hard to take down. Okay.
And known for killing Jedis.
Now, these guys obviously have a hideout and stuff. They're just out on the prowl. They have their weapons on them and they have their bikes or whatever. The bikes themselves can hold like 2 kilograms of cargo, but there's no consumables on the bike or on the people. You know what I mean? They'll just drive across town and go home if they want a sandwich or they want their, whatever. Now, the people themselves, they do have like 20 credits each dude you scooped up.
Yoink.
Okay.
And any data pads?
They also have swooper bike garb, like biker gang, right? And their colors, as you'd put it, act as a padded flight suit.
Oh, nice.
As far as armor goes. If anybody wants to upgrade or downgrade or light grade or join the gang, blend in.
If there's like a cool leather jacket, I put it on.
Yeah.
You know what? It never hurts. I'll grab a set off of whatever person seems to be my sizes,
Yeah.
size-ish.
Their friends are your friends. Their enemies are now your enemies.
I'm not putting it on. I'm just going to grab it because you never know
okay.
when it'll come in handy looking like a swoop gang
All right.
biker.
Then
Wait,
Noting Poser is kind of limp. I think I would grab one as well. Just kind of size it for him.
now they're also shot up, right? Because there are rules for like an actual item, and you guys have damaged the items to get to the people. And you guys, to kill people, you need headshots and center mass. So what I usually do, instead of going, oh, there's 7 perfectly good but used cheaper, padded suits or whatever, because you guys did brutal damage, I'll turn that 7 into like 4.
Sure.
Yep.
These leggings are
We can
good. That
salvage.
coat's
Yeah,
good.
we can salvage out of it.
That kind of thing is usually what I like.
Salvage what we can. I don't think we'll leave people who are still alive naked, but I don't think we're going to take them. I think we could prop them up against a wall and let them be unconscious.
Or are we not going to ask anyone?
Well, we're taking one with us. But we don't need to take them all.
Okay. And
And if we were able to stabilize the leader,
there was like, what, 8 guys?
that would be the one. If not the leader, then the leader's son.
That's the guy that he stabilized, actually. That's the guy he's working on.
So then he'd probably be the one we'd take.
All right. Now, as a joke, I say he went for the money, but I'm assuming you guys are cool with Matt scooping up all that money, a whopping 160 creds. Woot woot.
It
Yeah,
means
go ahead.
nothing to me.
Oh,
The drinks cost more than that.
Yep.
And the dirty glasses. Okay. So, editing all my clickety clack on my keyboard, we've updated our loot. Azure Tech 74Z speeder bike. And then we have Viper swoops, and we have some miscellaneous crap, but nothing particularly interesting.
No data pads?
Nope.
Okay.
Not on. Now, it's just various personal belongings. So you have like one guy data pad with really bad poetry in it. One, and a lot of it's probably password or whatever,
You know what he's got there, but it's not poetry.
Yeah. It's got... So, next on the agenda was what?
Getting back into the ship, set ourselves up into a low orbit until our guest regains consciousness.
Now, you guys do notice some locals peeking from various points on the streets further away, taking note.
You're safe now. You're welcome.
No, I'm gonna play. I'm gonna play off the look. I may not be completely stormtrooper, but I think I look enough that I could startle some local yokels and just be like, "This is Imperial business. Pay no mind."
Seriously, you're gonna bluff the first guy in the street that you're an Imperial mercenary, like you work for.
Yep, absolutely.
Okay, persuasion.
I mean, it's painted, but it is stormtrooper armor.
It is stormtrooper armor.
You don't even have to have stormtrooper armor. You could you bunch of badass mercs. They do use them, especially in post-war cleanup or whatever. It's rare. They like using their troopers, but
persuasion of 29.
Okay,
Damn.
Sell it. Nothing to see here, folks. Imperial business. Keep on, move along. Nothing at all to see here. Pay no mind. You didn't see nothing.
Doors shutter. People bail. And the puppy, still 2 fingers at its eyes, 2 fingers at Poser's eyes, drives off with that last bike into the sunset. All right. So
I will find you, Sir Wolf-Salot, and I will take you down.
Sir Wolf-Salot.
Barkley.
It's not a puppy anymore. You've changed that. So, enough tomfoolery. Rahal, gentlemen.
Yes.
The ship appears over top of you guys and begins to land right on top of you guys, right on top of the intersection. I'm pretty sure. How many squares wide is the Cathok freighter? Or does the thing where the ramp pops down, it's just floating off the buildings,
Yep, that's exactly what it's doing.
Yep. I actually found a picture of a side shot, like on its peg sitting on the ground, what the Cathok with the Catrock looks like. It's a pretty interesting looking vehicle. It's not what you'd expect.
Can you show us?
No.
Somewhere.
Damn it.
Just take my word for it.
It was on my list. It was on my list of... Somebody text me, upload Catrock side view, and I'll add it to my list of a million things to do this week. Right. So we board?
Damn it.
Nice. So we got like 6 or 7 flight suits that are padded.
Like 4.
4.
Like 4. Yeah.
These pants, those shoes, that doesn't match my belt. There's lots of arguing and slapping. Come on, bitches, get on board. But we take those bikes. Broken out, right? Poser's just like, bike. He just like hits the throttle and lets it go up the ramp and crash in a bay. He doesn't even care. He'll fix it later. Just like slapping horses. Yeah, get in that corral. You're mine now.
Hey, easy with the merchandise.
No. He cares for the bikes. It would be more like, when the go-kart attendants like hop on the side of the go-kart and like drive back into the bay. It would be more like that. I side ride it in, and then I hop off, grab the next.
I see what you're saying.
Okay.
Yeah.
Zin, are you seriously going to hop on a bike and take off?
Oh, going into the ship.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I just saw that you posted. It's like Zinbaral revs on the engine and tears off. You going to chase down the puppy? Change someone's destiny? What are you doing?
I'll get you, Barkley.
I want to get you, Barkley.
Yeah.
No fat halfling here.
No,
Okay.
Zin's just done with this shit. He's off into the...
Yeah, I was testing my macro.
I'm just doing some rolls for Arthur and holding her steady, doing those.
I do have a
pilot
macro
rolls.
for that.
See, I even make NPCs roll for pilot rolls. Yeah. Good old Arthur here. And
Have these guys made their con checks to wake up? Because after like a minute of being unconscious, you can make a con check to wake up or die.
You want to wait?
That's what I thought you meant.
Well,
You're
I
awake,
wanna
you're
wait-
mine. Chop, chop. I'm not falling for that. We play dead. You're a threat. He pointed at me naked without his padding or guns. Get him. I'm not falling for that shit, man. We lie there. We bleed in the street. We make coughing, bleeding sounds. One guy's actually going bloop, bloop, just making this, like the guppy.
The ship is 25 squares wide by 30 squares long.
8, 10, 12, 14, 15. He literally parks at 4-point buildings because it's too big. Drops the hatch.
No, you just have Merrick like flagging him.
Yeah.
It's just grinding on the side of a
I
building.
can't get the ship low enough between those buildings. Even on a cockeyed, I can't. It's too big. You guys are going to have to scale a building, or I'm just going to land on 4 edge points of a roof, drop my thing, and you guys are going to I don't know,
How low can the cargo doors go? Are they on cables? Like, could he hover and lower one of those cargo platforms all the way down? Because they're huge, right?
Yeah, but they drop to the ground. Like, they're made to drop as far as the landing pegs, which is a proverbial 1 or 2 squares. You know, no. I'm assuming these buildings are at least anywhere from 3 to 10 squares high. You know, so
Could he scout around and find a spot where he can land?
yeah, I
and
was
we'll
gonna
meet
say he comes over, he gets low, you know, comes over the comm. Who told me to come over here, Captain or my owner? Who actually put in the call to?
I transmitted coordinates and put in the request for sure.
Okay, then I get over the comm to Rahal. Do you speak binary?
Yep.
Okay, so he says, I can't land here, it's too small. What do you want to do?
Closest place you can make landfall.
Okay.
And send me the coordinates and we'll rendezvous.
2 clicks south, back the way you came.
Okay.
If only we had a convenient way to get there.
So I relay.
Well, the bikes do kind of smell funky like a horse. That helps you. All right.
That I relay that the ship's is landing 2 kilometers to the south.
All right. So you guys throw on the biker jackets. We ride.
Yes.
All right.
Which one of them do we take again?
Which one was
the sun.
We're taking the sun.
the guy that you jumped on and healed?
Okay.
The one you've put the work into.
Okay. Now, by this point, the con checks. Refresh my memory. How does that go? To live?
If they make the DC 10 or greater, they like wake up and they're fine.
They're stable, but they're at -5 on the condition track, I think is how it worked.
So they're at a -5 when they fall unconscious.
Oh, okay.
Right.
I believe they're at -10, aren't they?
On a success, you move 1 step on the condition track, regain consciousness, and recover hit points equal to your level, and can act normally on your next turn, although you're prone.
So I roll my con bonus.
I don't know. It just says con check, dude.
Yeah, con check. So yeah,
Yeah.
bonus. So I need
D20 plus your Constitution
yeah.
modifier.
And if you fail by 5 or more, or you roll a natural 1, you're dead.
So to get a 10, I need a 15 because I'm at -5 everything because I'm that far down the track.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it's really 15.
Right.
Almost dying sucks.
And the one dude that I mind sharded, I don't know if that drops him lower or not.
Okay. Ooh, fail. Fail. Oh, natural 20. Eyes flutter open. Horrible fail. Oh my god, I need new dice. These Stormtrooper dice suck. Time to break something else. I lost count now. That was 4?
That was 4.
That was
1
4?
lived.
Another 20. Oh, not so bad. Okay, 2 guys. I think that's everybody. The other guys, you'd have to like go to them out in the street, but pretty sure that's everyone. Okay, so 2 guys, they turn over. You know what I mean? That you get that shoulder roll. You see the shoulder pop up as they kind of turn over in the street, or you guys are pulling their pants and shit off to get that padded armor, and they're like, their eyes flutter open, like, buy me dinner. What the? Give me a beer for And dudes with like the tighty whities and the rebel t-shirt, but their jackets and pants and boots are gone, and they turn over and get up.
Not again. What?
Exactly.
Again.
Did this one near me die or wake up?
No, he's done. He was the horrible fail, actually. You monster. Okay. But if you guys are scanning the field and, like I said, getting the bikes together and the ship flies over and flies away, there's a couple of groans and people turning over. And this is not including the guy that Dr. left health back to.
Probably not.
So what do we want to do?
I think we're meeting the ship.
Yeah, we're gonna meet the ship.
Okay, so you're gonna walk it? You're gonna jump on the bikes?
We're jumping. I'm already gone.
How many of us are there, and how many bikes
I
are there?
keep pointing the direction. You guys are like, wait, the bodies, wait, the gear.
Or we would have to kind of do the whole run back and forth thing.
Anybody offing these dudes and raping in the dark side points, wake or not, they are helpless. They're in bad shape. They're way down the track. Dark side points all around. Anyone?
We're not.
It's almost like you're giving those dark side points away.
I mean, you can just start smacking a guy and lie to me, tell me the truth. Or are you going to leave him?
We're gonna leave them.
Okay. And you take the one guy, the sun, and we bail.
Yep.
And Aiden has the satisfaction that one guy he melted did not wake up.
Not satisfaction, it's relief.
Oh, whatever.
No,
You're happy.
He was worried he'd be exposed.
You're happy.
Yeah, exactly. And he's relieved that he isn't going to be exposed by that dude.
I can't wait till like one day you walk out of the closet with your robes and your saber and you're holding your glowing saber in your hands, and they're like, "Oh yeah, we knew." They'll like compare dates. Did you? I knew since
Yeah, we actually had a pool going on it,
Yeah. Who had January?
Every time he comes into the kitchen, we just rotate the board around.
Who had Coruscant? Come on, guys. Who had Coruscant? By the time we reach Coruscant in this mission, who had Coruscant? Anybody? Okay. We drive back, and where we landed the first time, 2 clicks away is where he lands.
Okay.
Near the cantina, near a whole bunch of other interesting shops and stuff.
This was a fairly profitable foray into town.
There you go. Can I have a perception check all around, gentlemen?
You sure can. You sure can. My eyes is wide open. I
13.
see the world around me.
Perception 27.
27 as well for me.
10.
Damn.
It's because I gave that little spiel.
That's what it is. Yeah.
I'll give you a +1 bonus every time you do that entire rant. Every time.
My eyes is wide open. I sees the world around me.
Where does that come from?
I don't know. I just made it up.
Oh, good. Well done.
Oberus. 20XX.
Puts it in the guy's poetry data pad.
That's good stuff.
This leaves it on the semi-conscious guy and gives a
I
little pat
slowly
on the
work myself into a one of those life coach like affirmation dudes. Everything I do, I have a mantra for.
head. Okay.
Motivational speaker. That's it.
Yeah.
That's the route he's going to go. No longer a criminal. He's like a Jedi without the power.
Right.
Give me all your creds.
All right, boys. So, with a quick Gmail search, your perceptions reveal a little closer look at some of the shops and their owners. One thing catches your eye because it's on your mind is an actual bike repair shop. I kid you not.
Sweet.
Yeah.
We're not going to go there.
There's a cantina owner. There's a spaceport administrator. There's a speeder repairman. Virgo's repulsor lifts and land speeder repair shop. It was just past the cantina, and now it's kind of like behind the ship. You guys notice it now?
Cool.
So we've rode all the way here, and so from this point, I've had nothing to really do other than kind of maybe amuse myself with the fact that I'm like, big guy, little scooter, big guy, little scooter.
It's a big scooter. It takes up more squares than you do.
Still, I'm amused by this fact. So I have nothing else with that. So could I note maybe on the ride here, what components might be damaged on these guys? Like what modules might be kind of a little buggered up?
As we're riding, pay attention to each one and see if there's anything that stands out. That's pretty good use of your traveling.
Okay. Well, a guy ripping apart a shop would know, but there's the proverbial, you drive in, the mechanic comes out, big grin going, oh, I could hear it from here. That kind of thing. You're taking note of those bikes around you. Now, it says, despite the stats, which are pretty clean stats, that these piece of crap hodgepodge together bikes are, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's a lot wrong as far as your standard or military standard is. I even removed the cost of 500 new and just went to used because there's no way. You know what I'm saying? Like, they took stats of a swoop bike, but for flavor's sake, in this particular gang, it's like these things are put together like with duct tape.
So
and,
you're basically saying if I decided to make one into a bomb, I would just be like, I'm done.
Well, the bikes sputter, even if that is, you know what I mean? Like, one of the grinning thugs clutches a battered vibro blade. So you get the taped handle vibro blade in one hand with a battery that's leaking, while revving the engine of a swoop bike with the other. And I quote, sputtering bike. I've never heard a repulsor engine sputter. So it's like, bouncing up and down. Looks cobbled together from a dozen other bikes. So
okay.
It's not like Mad Max, you know what I'm saying? But it's definitely
a step above or below.
A step above a Mad Max, but definitely not, considering this is like a burnt out, war-torn post-World War, you know what I mean?
All right.
I mean,
I don't think
best parts of each, right?
This isn't LA and these are tuner bikes and they're like, yeah, say we're going to put new rims and we're getting new repulsion. No. They're like, oh, look, we killed somebody, took their shit, and like, that's a pretty good looking tie rod. I bet we could bend that and attach that other bike part that doesn't belong on this swoop bike and it'll work. Yeah. That kind of thing.
All right.
But yes, a head start for Merrick. Lots of problems. You know what I mean? I mean, there's only one bike that's worth riding, and that's the Imperial bike, and it took actual damage. But it was, kept well, maintained, has a gun on it. You just got to learn poker or something, you and Rahal, so that you can win it off a poser and you're gold. Just saying.
I saw that.
I mean, so far it's made poser you.
Sorry?
It's a bad influence on him, really. I mean, we'd be doing him a favor.
Anyway.
Gonna make you an offer you can't refuse.
Take note of your surrounders. Look at that. How handy it is. I think about it. There's a swoop bike repair, and you guys get attacked by swoop bikes. It's almost like they're gift wrapping them for you. And the bikes didn't have guns on them to shred you because you saw what happened with Terrible Poser, Sham, and the freaking auto fire. Like, that's nasty.
Taking note of the bike shop, is anybody from the bike shop taking note of us loading those swoop bikes onto our ship?
Yes, this is 2 clicks south of no Imperials here, all Imperials here, go about your business. So yeah, people, the ship drops, 1 bike comes out, 6 guys go. 2 hours later, 6 guys in notable painted, scarred, no ideas. It's got like the picture of the, is that legal? Alien head with a big no and X through it and a bunch of hobjob little races of different scattered across the galaxy. And you guys now have their bikes.
Yep, we sure do. Screw them.
Power vacuum.
Sounds perfectly legal.
So,
It's
yeah,
perfectly legal. I know how these Nemoidians work.
you note the people noting you. That's what you want to hear. We load the bikes.
As they load the bikes, I'll leave it in their capable hands and I'll mosey on over to the shop.
Okay. A montage of, let's say, Merrick and Poser doing mechanics checks, skill check, get all the bikes optimum condition, fix them, fix the 2 that are damaged, get them all ready to go. Raul does some schmoozing. Frank cleans his gun. Jay can put in some time with Arthur on that chemical stuff or just do anything he pleases. Or are you just loading up and Captain having us lift off? Or are you just going to sit the ship down? You want talked about staying overnight.
Yeah, but we're not going to stay on the planet. We'll
Just jump into orbit?
Go up into orbit. Yeah,
Okay.
but before we do that, we'll schmooze.
Okay.
So I will go around making sure that the ship is like ready to go back up. If anything, Arthur needs set up or something, whatever.
What do you mean?
As in, like, if there's any things that need to be set up for us to take off again as soon as Rahal gets back.
Oh, no. Like I said, we flew here. I kept the engine running by flying around. I landed. The engines are still running. We're still sort of out of hyper, you know what I mean? Like, you never shut it off. There's still coffee in the things and blah, blah, blah,
Yeah, check the coffee maker.
Yeah, I'm just saying, if you guys suddenly become interested in diagnostics or whatever, I'd call that meta. You guys, you came out of hyperspace, keep the engine running, we're still flying around, the seats are still warm. You guys did a couple hours worth of fighting coming back. I was like,
I know we'll need
good.
the medbay at some point soon.
Sure.
So that ready.
Okay. Anyway, I got the cockpit master, bibbity bobbity boop. He's still plugged in. He's still technically flying until someone comes and relieves him. So you go prep medbay, no problem. Our patient, he's lying over bike number 6 over there. Remember him?
He's coming with me.
Okay. The cool thing about a repulsor lift bike is that you can just kind of like pull it around the ship. Just keep like a stretcher.
Chain that guy to the table. Last thing we want is him up and running around.
Yeah.
Immediately, as Zin says chains, Poser pulls out, 2 3-foot long chains. Just, I got him.
I will use medical straps. Thank you.
Let's say that you
you're
guys
fine.
drop down into, is it 12? 13. You load the bikes in 13. You drop because the other one's got the tank and all that weird shit in it. Left slab, right? So you guys run up the ramp on 24, but you guys can drop the hatch, the big 3 square wide, 4 square long, literal floor of one of the 2 cargo bays just drops straight down on pegs. You guys can load up several bikes, 6 bikes at a time with you guys on them, and just raise them up, start wheeling them into corners. And this could be, the mechanical area for Poser and them to play around with, the other cargo bay.
Exactly.
We just need like a beer fridge in the corner now, and like some good 80s.
Dartboard.
Oh,
Actually, no, one of those hovery orby things. Oh, none of us are Jedi, so that doesn't make any sense, Poser.
we could be like the first space biker gang.
That's kind of what I was going with, like Rocket Robin Hood, but cooler.
Yeah.
We land, come tearing out.
We steal from everyone and give to ourselves.
We are the poor.
We are the poorest.
We give to the rebellion.
Yes.
We were poorer than you are.
And we are rebelling right now.
There is no rebellion.
I like how you guys think.
Yes.
That's why this group works.
This is going to be the best cover for an underground operation ever. As a
We're
rebellion.
deep undercover. As rebellion ever calls us out, we're like, no, we're undercover.
We'll get back to you. Now get away from the front of my ride or I'll run you over. All right, so here I am copying, pasting swoop bikes into bay number 2.
Dr. Leth is strapped our guest down in the med bay, I'm assuming.
Yeah, he just said that, so that's a given.
I'm schmoozing. I'm going to go schmooze at the bike shop.
This is a tight fit. Like, if I'm going to get all these bikes along the walls and still have the main door.
Don't worry, we're probably going to chop some of them up soon enough.
Oh, yeah.
You know what we'll do? You guys ever see, like, what was it, G-Force Battle Planets? You know, we're going to put Poser in the girl's position off the one wing where she's on the bike and ready to go, just pop out. So we'll just put Poser's bike right in the middle of the drop ramp there. Look at that.
Yeah, you want him out first.
Most likely one to be used again, so that's fair.
Yeah, there you go. He's ready to go. Okay. Anyway, artwork composed of maybe not the right types of bike, not the right number, but give me a break. It just, yes.
Oh, wait, is that the Mark IV, not the Mark VII?
It's a rocket. So now, do we have an official med bay, or did we just turn that other cargo bay into like a lab?
It's lab/med bay. There is no actual med bay, but
it doubles down.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's in there getting ready with supplies or whatever. It's more like when they turn the gymnasium into like ground zero, like everyone lays out in the blankets and succumbs to the disease here. It's just a cargo bay.
Terry, my favorite.
Yes, it's just
Nope, just strapped him down to a table.
Why do I have to be strapped down? Don't ask questions. I'm the doctor.
Okay. Can I have a perception check, Dr. Leff?
Oh, perceptive.
Perception 25.
You had inspected the tanks. One's fuel, one's sort of like an old back-to-tank that they converted to something. Didn't really get much chance to play around with it much. You just, this is hooked up, this is working. If it's hooked up and being fed power, I shouldn't mess with it now, look at it later, all that stuff. And then it was like, come work the guns. You got up there and got confused where the guns were, and they're like, oh, next time. That said, something seems off. Something seems, the Christmas tree of lights over there isn't blinking the right way, or some of them are off, or just, something seems different over there.
That is odd.
It isn't the way you left it. Let's put it that way.
Well, that would definitely be odd. In that case, I will finish strapping him down, and that will be my next priority.
Okay. What are the rest of you guys doing? We're all aboard. Dump the bikes.
Talking to the mechanics at the swoop bike garage.
Okay, is anybody with you?
I think I'd take Merrick with me.
Yeah. I don't let Raul just go walking into like a biker mechanic shop.
Okay. All right. Poser and Zin, what are you guys doing?
I'd probably be seeing to the speeder bike since I've got mechanics. I'd be locking them down so they don't get jostled loose. And
I'd probably be
giving them a look over.
Okay.
Yeah, giving them a look over as well, and kind of like noting on each one like what needs to be repaired.
Okay, so
especially focusing first on my baby.
Yeah. Okay.
I just realized in our party, some parties double down on like medics and healing. We double down on mechanics.
Yeah, we literally have 4 mechanics.
I think we all have some in.
So that these are posted on screen, with Zin doing an aid roll and Poser doing the lead mechanic roll. Each bike, like I said, it's a curse theory. This is damage. This is what I have to do. Make a list, start working on it, pull it apart, that kind of thing. Just give me basic mechanic check per bike.
How good are you at mechanics, Poser?
I got a 7.
I got a 9.
Okay, then I'd be assisting you.
Okay. So you guys go, you start working on your baby. He starts working on the other bikes. Then he comes over to your bike and he's just like, how do you indicate that your 9 is bigger than a 7? You know what I'm saying? Like,
just talking about mechanics. So that looks like the inverse propulsion unit. He's like, yeah, I recognize that.
Yeah. Okay.
You can car guys can tell when someone doesn't quite know as much.
Oh, that's what it's called.
10 problems. He follows you for the first 7. You lose him on the next 2, and then the last one, you're both looking at each other, scratching your heads.
Yeah, it's about it's like 8 and 7/9 and 3 lines.
Like I know somewhat how it works. I just don't know what it's called yet.
No, what anything over +5, like with ranks, or is a decent, Anyway, so Zin proves his superiority.
31,
all by himself. You get a slight nosebleed, Zin. You have no idea what's up with that, but you go lie down.
Must be a fuel leak.
Wait, Frank, didn't you just say have +9? How the heck did you get 31?
I have no idea. I just rolled it and then added an aid bonus. Let's see.
So natural 20.
Natural 20, yeah.
You assumed the aid. Okay.
I assumed the aid, yes, sir. I figured if his was +7, he could hit the aid roll fairly reliably.
85% of the time?
Yeah, so Aiden successfully aided, granting me the +2 bonus. I added that, then rolled, got 31.
Okay, but they're posted. So
Yes,
we're good. So anyway, that's fine. So they're securing, and before I get back to Leth, you guys head down to Virgo. Thank you. Volo is a map. No.
Volo's guides, yes.
Exactly.
I have
Virgo's
them.
Repulsor. You guys are standing out there looking at the sign. Nosebleed or not, quietly sinking into the void or not, Zin and Poser are working on bikes. And Leth is contemplating what's wrong in the cargo bay. And we will see you next time when you will hear Captain Oberus turn to his faithful sidekick outside the shop and say,
Quite the welcome we got. I wonder if the folks here know anything about these guys. Shall we, Mr. Merrick?
Up to me.
I walk in first.
And hand in hand.
So, Merrick, what is your last name anyway?
Hey everybody, GM Jeff here, asking to hear from you. Like, subscribe, leave comments on iTunes, a review, SoundCloud, YouTube. We are all over the place on the net, and we would like to hear from you. Tell us what we're doing right, tell us what we're doing wrong, dislike, subscribe, and then you can get to hear us faster. And not only can you hear us, check out our new merch store where you can wear us at teespring.com/rollmongers. We have so much to offer, as well as special discounts to, what's that? Yes, 2019 brings the inevitable Patreon page. $5 tiers, you get outtakes, you get extra content. $10 tiers, shout outs. Check us out at patreon.com/rollmongers. Brought to you by Dicewise Entertainment. Thank you.